This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh. Don't mistake the new me for the old me. They can't stop me now, I'm with the home team. No beginner, I'm a winner. Took a couple losses, now I'm cooking, let me simmer. Yeah, tunnel vision, all I see is win, 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 win. This my city section where you been. We move faster along, but go further together. We can weather any weather forever. A dream team, I done seen things. Confidence is on 100,000. I got family for miles, running up the mileage. Made it through some trials and some tribulations. Now me and the team out here celebrating, yeah. This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh. You probably thought you knew. A new day is approaching, turn the gray skies into blue. I grew up on these same blocks, school of hard knocks. Had to get it on a hard time, took the hard shots, but we made it. Anticipated, highly decorated. The home team is winning, celebrated. The victory is all mine, and everything is alright. And you know how to see things, confidence is on 100,000. I got family for miles, running up the mileage. Made it through some trials and some tribulations. Now me and the team, I had yeah, this is where we come from, yeah, we did it.
This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. Let's go.
This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh,
oh. Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Spike Kool-Aid, not Skip Kool-Aid, Spike Kool-Aid. For January 6th. January 6th. You know what's crazy is my dad was born. So my son, dad, and sister were all born in January. But what up, though? Man, shout out to all the fathers out there. My dad turned 78 today, and I haven't talked to him in 15 years, and that's on him. But anyway, man, let's go. Lions in the building. We in the building. I'm feeling good this morning. Let me shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, oh man, what a day. Detroit in the building. What's up, Jenkins? Sailor Outlaw, what up? Danny V, what up, though? Bruce Morton, what's up? Man, what up? Braylon says number 1 seed. Absolutely. What's up, Lupe? Says, what's good, Derek? Hope you're feeling better with this win. Also, what happened to all those Vikings who were so quiet today? Man, oh man. First of all, I don't feel that great. You can probably still hear a little bit in my voice. Yesterday was the atmosphere at Ford Field was crazy. It was crazy. Shout out to the homie that helped me get there. I did have to pay for my ticket, so don't get it twisted. I don't get the hookup every time, but it was a definitely hookup today, man. You know what, man? I wouldn't trade going to the game for anything. Like any amount of money sitting in front of my computer, streaming, even if I got numbers, even if I got 100,000, 150,000, I would not trade that for nothing, bro. I was when you hear Jared Goff, when you hear the Jared Goff chant, I was part of that. You know what I'm saying? When you hear this, well, yeah. Hey. So listen. So that button on my soundboard, it freaks out, man. So that was like perfect timing. But when you hear that, I was part of that. That's what it was. When you hear that, what I'm doing is writing down my topics so I don't forget them. When you hear that, I was part of that. Man. What up? What's up with the Dono? Says if Hutch can still make the bowl, I think we're set. Appreciate that Dono, man. The 199. What up, Danny V? What's good? JJ was mad yesterday at Amik. I went to the game and lost my voice. Bro, you know what, man? I think I talk so much that my voice repairs itself. I think my voice is like, yo, you gotta repair yourself, bro. So, and plus I drink a lot. Like y'all always see me drinking. I'm always drinking, man. Back to back going, hey, Aztec, I'm there, bro. I gotta take my son to an appointment at 5:30, and then I will be hitting up Meyer for real. Cause I didn't really like the shirt, man. That's the second time. I mean, whoever designed these shirts, I really don't like them, but I will be there tonight. Did those 2K Vikings fans do the skull chant during the commentary? I thought I hear some ruckus stirring up. No, listen. All right, so let's talk about that. We getting right into it, man. The Minnesota Vikings, they spent $2 million, almost $2 million on buying tickets to have their fans go behind their own bench in order to help quiet the noise of the crowd directly behind them. And it did not help. I will say this, it was more purple. It was probably more purple than I've seen any other fan base rep. Like when the Packers travel well, the Bills travel well, and we were doing our thing yesterday. It was a lot of purple, but they was quiet most of the game, dog, because it wasn't listen. The Lions, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing the Vikings fan, they cry. You know what their solace is, the Vikings fans, is the game was closer than the score appears. Really? Was it? Not when you guys can't score in the red zone. It really wasn't. You better be glad our offense wasn't clicking until the third quarter. It was like, man, this game it was closer than the score appeared, man. The Lions really didn't do nothing to the third quarter. That's what good teams do, bruh. They score. They go perfect in the red zone. They don't go 0 for 4 in the red zone, bruh. I mean, we smacked, but anyway, this is about their fans. It was a waste of money yesterday because the Detroit Lions, they kept them quiet the whole game. They really did. But I will say this. It was the noisiest when the Lions were on offense of the time that I had been there. It was the noise. Usually it's like pin drop. What I like about Detroit Lions fans this year is they have stopped with the ruckus. Like when the offense is on the field, you'll hear the Jared Goff chants, they'll go, and then they'll quiet down. And you know what I love, too, is that Dan Skipper, whenever they announce that Dan Skipper is eligible, the crowd reacts, and he always does this. He always, every time. It's like, and I tell you what, Jared Goff is going to be sick of hearing his name by the end of his career. Somebody going to call his name. He gonna, what do you want? Stop calling my name. You know what? They're going to have to come up with another name for Jared Goff, like a nickname for Jared Goff, because it's going to be ridiculous. But I'm going to tell you the ultimate troll. The ultimate troll to not only the Minnesota Vikings fans, but the organization. Bruh, I've never seen this. We start doing the skull chant. It was crazy. We was like... It was the ultimate troll, man. Not only do you buy tickets, you sell them at 80% a discount to try to have your fans infiltrate the stadium. And they was there. They was pretty deep wearing purple. I saw it. They made a lot of noise on offense, more than, I don't know if you guys could hear it on TV, but it was louder than like the average noise that's been in Ford Field. But for the most part, it wasn't. They really didn't do anything because their offense couldn't get going. But it was outstanding, bruh. It was outstanding. So all of that, $2 million, all I got to say to the Minnesota Vikings franchise is, listen, I know I'm a Lions fan. I know that. But I got dreams and goals, okay? And all I'm saying is that if you want to waste $2 million again, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. I take a lump sum of, just give me a lump sum. Don't worry about it. I'll pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? And all my dreams and hopes will come true at that point. I think that'd be a better investment than blowing two. Because you got to understand, they took a loss. They took a massive loss. They were selling those tickets at $200 a minimum, right? Then they spent $1,000 easy. So I'm just saying, Minnesota Vikings, you want to help somebody, do something good, pay it forward in the community, holla at your boy, all right? But the Lions fans showed out. The Minnesota Vikings fans were zero impact on this game, and the Minnesota Vikings wasted $2 million. Must be nice. I'm sure you'll write that off. Let me know what y'all think if you were at Ford Field yesterday. How do you think the Minnesota Vikings fans turned out? Man, oh man, we start doing the skull chant. I'm still sinking this in. The more they count us out, the more we prove them wrong. Absolutely, man. And I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Yesterday was crazy. I only saw like 10 Vikings fans. No, it was a lot. It was a lot more. It was a lot more than that. There was a lot of purple. It was a couple. It was more than that for sure. It probably. I would say about 5,000. It was about. I would say about 10% of the stadium was that. Yo, Minnesota went through you and the syndicate. Hey, listen, come spend money out here. They spent all that. But you know what? You know why they did it too? Because the stadium splits the money. So the team split the money. I think it's like 60-40. So they probably only lost. They probably didn't lose that much. You know what I'm saying? But man, oh man, we got to talk about it. It was so much good, man. So much good. What's up, Victoria? What's good with you, Kings of the North? Let's go. I'm so proud. Definitely could see what the defense has been missing the past few weeks. And Zaloni is a beast. He absolutely was. They spent all that money and it didn't help. Refs started calling delay of game once the game was out of hand for the Vikings. Bruh, I'm talking about, listen, and you can't pay Sam Darnold. The Minnesota Vikings pay Sam Darnold if you want to. If you want to. You know what's funny is they was just hoisting this dude up. He was in the MVP race until yesterday. And then everybody was like, oh, wait a minute. This the same dude that was seeing Ghost. And he was seeing him yesterday, too. Overthrowing everybody. You cannot pay Sam Darnold. Did the Detroit Lions defense play good? Yes, it did. Inside the red zone. I'm going to keep it a buck, though, because that's what I do. There was a particular play that Amik Robinson, who was playing good most of the day on Justin Jefferson, I'm not going to lie, he got smoked. Justin hit him with a double move, bro. He cut him inside, cut it outside, wide open. Sam was like, oh, boo. Saw that ghost, bro. Overthrew him. Oh, he was wide open in the back right corner of the end zone, but Sam was seeing ghost, bro. Aaron Glenn had Sam Darnold seeing ghost. It was crazy yesterday. JJ was crying for the refs too. Yeah, you know what, man? I'm noticing that. That's what he be doing. I don't really like that, bruh. That's one thing. You don't see the Detroit Lions crying to the refs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Our guys play through that junk. It played through that junk, man. Darnold was hearing footsteps. They will always say how they lost rather than we won. Yeah. Yep. He was always crying when he has a bad game. Vikings celebrated last week like they already won. That was classic. That was classic, bro. Love it. Even though Jared Goff threw 2 interceptions, it was just one day in the office for the Detroit Lions. Okay, so here's the thing about Jared's first interception was a tip drill. He was trying to do a screen pass, a little outlet to Craig Reynolds, and it was a tip drill. It was a great play. You know, it's kind of sad that interceptions have to totally go on the quarterback because Jared had been playing flawless. And I don't really, okay, so I know I might sound like a Jared Goff lover, but I love Jared Goff, but I would defend him when necessary. I think yesterday's interceptions were just really, the first one was a really good play. It was a really good play by the defense. The second one, I don't understand what that was. I don't know. It's a 1st down and 10. You are at, first of all, we avoided a safety twice yesterday. And then, like, I don't understand. I don't think him and Jamison Williams was on the same page because Jamison was like cutting inside. He overthrew him. It was like a kind of an early punt, right? I just don't understand, like, that. And Ben Johnson, bro, I love you, man. I love Ben Johnson, but come on, dog. It's 4th and 1. I don't understand. Why are we doing the Vikings got a solid defense. Their passing defense is ranked bottom of the league like ours, but those dudes up front, they get their hands on the ball. I don't understand. Yes, Jamison Williams was open, would have been a walk-in touchdown probably, but it didn't turn out like that. Just get the first down, man. That's the one thing I don't want to see in the playoffs. Get the first down because the defense is not going to be able to do that every game. They're not going to be able to do that. This defense has been giving up a bunch of yards, a ton of yards, and they played out their mind yesterday against a really good, Jordan Addison had 0 yards. Like, that's insane to me. So they played a great game. What they called was great, but this is more about Ben Johnson. Just get the first, bruh. I mean, all of this, I love it because here's the thing. If the Lions lose that game, we're looking at all that. I'm not even mad at Dan Campbell. We knew he was going for it. I'm like, he going for it. If the Detroit Lions are inside the opponent's 40-yard line, we're not kicking. We're not punting. We're not sending Jake Bates out there. We are going for it. So the Detroit Lions will be playing with 4 downs throughout the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. Ben Johnson trying to low interest so that he can stay in Detroit. Well, listen, I saw this, that both Ben Johnson Ben Johnson, as a matter of fact, let's get into it. Let me make sure I have everything pulled up. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all what. I'm feeling real good. This team got me. Oh, did anybody see me on TV yesterday? Please tell me you saw. I was asking my wife. She said she didn't see me on TV. Did anybody see me on TV yesterday? If you saw a Jared Goff head, RIP by the way, behind the, y'all saw me? Okay, so I was on so where the Lions were scoring in the first and fourth, no, the second and fourth quarters, I was down there. Yeah, I had a giant Jared Goff head. I was behind the end zone where the Lions, it was the second, right? Because it was the second and fourth quarters. That's where I was. If you saw the giant Jared Goff head on TV, that was me. Yep. That's crazy, bro. Okay, so I'm going to have to, yep, that was me, bro. Hey, that's what's up, bro. My Jared Goff head, the dude I was with, he caught a pass. So they were giving away shirts. And when you're up, like, I need to get down on the field because don't nothing happen up. Nothing, you don't get no shirts, you don't get on TV, like nothing happens up there. Everything happens in the lower bowl. So I'm gonna try out the tickets that I had. Shout out to Greg, by the way, hooked the brother up. Shout out to my dude as well, hooked me up as well. I had to pay for him, but he put me in contact. So I was sitting right behind Lion Eyes. Lion Eyes is the dude with the lion helmet on, and he always wears the sunglasses. He's got he's behind one of the end zones, the end zone that I was sitting at, and I was like, yo, this is where you really get on TV in the front row. But if you're down at the bowl, man, you'll get on TV probably easy. Ben Johnson didn't want to go to the Bears. Ben Johnson, AG and Brad ain't going anywhere. Okay, so first of all, let me pull up this tweet that I bookmarked because, and hasn't it been glorious? Hasn't it been glorious, man, to like watch everybody retract their statement? You know what I'm saying? Nobody believed in this team. 0 people believed in this team. But the Detroit Lions played out of their mind week 18, blowing out. Yes, if you win by 22 points, we're going to call that a blowout, period. If you keep the opposition out of the end zone, if you stop them on fourth down, if they go 0 for 4 in the red zone and most of those are inside of the 10-yard line, you're going to call it a blowout. And that's exactly what the Detroit Lions did. They got some respect put on their name, or did they? We're still going to be underestimated. I was watching somebody today and they were talking about, well, I don't know, like we still don't want to face the Rams. We beat this team twice already in a calendar year. I mean, come on, bro. And I thought the Vikings were the best team in football and we beat them. Anyway, the Detroit Lions were playing out of their mind, both on offense and defense. We got Jahmyr Gibbs had a career day, record day. I mean, I hate to say it, but we don't even miss David Montgomery's production. It'll be good to have him back because every time Jahmyr Gibbs got tackled, I was like, please get up, just please get up, because we cannot afford to lose Jahmyr Gibbs. He right now is Jared Goff and then Jahmyr Gibbs. Number 1, number 2. I'm going to put them over Penei Sewell. I'm going to put them over Amon-Ra St. Brown. To me, it would be Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's the 4 people we cannot afford to lose. But who else can we afford to lose? Like, it's getting real dicey when it comes to our offensive and defensive coordinators. This is coming from Tom Pelissero a little while ago, says the Patriots. Well, the Bears have requested to interview head coach or Lions OC Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn for their head coaching jobs per source. Now, this is the Bears, they've been without a coach since right after Thanksgiving. We got Eberflus fired, and they've been looking for a coach since then. The Patriots also put in a request to interview Ben Johnson for their head coaching job per source. And according to another tweet from Tom Pelissero, actually Ben Johnson will interview for this job on the bye week. So he will interview for the Patriots job, who fired first-year head coach Jared Mayo, which, I mean, he got blindsided for real. That's kind of what they get after moving on from Belichick. But Ben Johnson is going to apply for that job. This might be an appealing spot with him. You have Drake May. You've got somebody over there that you can work with. Second year, he's not a rookie anymore. The question is, does Ben Johnson, is that the guy? Does he want to lock himself to that guy? But the Patriots, that's a place. So he will actually interview for the Patriots job during the bye week. Now, it's 2 things that I don't want to happen. Before, you couldn't do this. You had to wait till after the divisional round. I would just like, I know why they're doing this, because by the time the playoffs are over, then, and that's why they pushed it up. Then by the time the playoffs are over, all the head coaching jobs are filled, and then people who really want qualify for jobs like a Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators who could be solid, the times have passed. So then you hire somebody that you might not have really wanted because those other guys were unavailable. But what I don't want to happen is for Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn to get distracted, especially Aaron Glenn. Because you're working with mystery men, bro, and they doing their thing. They're doing their thing, but you're working with them. You got to be focused. And I hope that both of them guys are. But I don't know if we lose one, both, or none. I really don't. Ben Johnson, I know, is probably the one more likely to stay because his situation has to be absolutely perfect. I feel like if we lose one, it's going to be Aaron Glenn. I do. I got much more respect for AG than I had going into the season, especially for what he's done. I mean, our defense was stellar in Week 18. It hasn't been great overall, right? I know we like to go by points per game, but the defense gives up a lot of yards, but they are firm inside the red zone, and that's and on third down, and that's what's been the difference for this year. But I think if we lose one, I think it'll be Aaron Glenn before we lose Ben Johnson. Speaking of Aaron Glenn, I think right now they said I saw a tweet, and I don't know how realistic this is. I don't think this is the case because this will be a bad look for the Saints organization. But according to a tweet that I saw yesterday, Aaron Glenn is the head coach. He will be the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. I could see him going there before he goes to the Jets. But the Jets are an absolute mess. You can't go and work for somebody who uses Madden to do anything. So I think he goes to the Jets. Plus, Aaron Rodgers is probably going to be gone from there. So I think that he goes to the Jets. But I think the more likely candidate to leave is Aaron Glenn. I'm not sure either one of them will. Here's the thing that I could see happening. I guarantee you that Sheila Hamp is going to be like, listen, we sold a lot of Mustangs this year, right? Ben Johnson, what do you want? What do you want? There might be a good chance that we don't know Dan Campbell's salary. I think he gets paid more than Dan Campbell. I truly believe that to stay because this guy is worth it. Will he leave? I don't know. Aaron Glenn, though, I think Aaron Glenn might be gone. I think he might be gone. And I'm worried. A lot of people are worried about Ben Johnson and who the next Ben Johnson's, like, the successor is going to be. I'm going to be real with you, bro. I'm more worried about Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell's relationship. I'm not really worried about Aaron Glenn's coaching ability, like the lack of, are we going to lose production? We literally can't get any worse. Like, seriously. Outside of the run defense, the red zone, and third down, which took us 3 years to get, we can't get worse. We can only get better. I'm worried about the relationship. Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn are like attached at the hip. They really are. Ben Johnson is just like, he's just there. But Aaron Glenn, that relationship, I'm a little concerned. How will Dan Campbell handle it when a guy that obviously he's never wanted to fire or move on from is gone? And isn't it crazy that the Detroit Lions are going to have a coaching tree? Like Dan Campbell, the meathead, kneecap soup guy that everybody wanted to mock 4 years ago, in 4 years will have a coaching tree. And if they both leave, that's two head coaches from the Dan Campbell coaching tree. How crazy is that? But let me know. What do you think? Who leaves? Who stays? Do we lose both? Do they both stay? I think Aaron Glenn is the one that leaves. I think Ben Johnson is a little more leery about his opportunity, and we'll see what happens. But let me know your thoughts. All right, I missed a couple super chats, man. Let me go up to, we got the 20th super chat on the channel. Vikes first seed. Ain't that what they said? What up, though? What's up? Mess up, my brother. Appreciate the super chat. And the 20th one at that. We got another one as well. Sports Talk with Rob with the dono. Appreciate you, my man. Says, if we win Super Bowl, I don't see Ben leaving, but I think AG is definitely going to the Saints. You know what? And I feel like it's the opposite. I think like Ben Johnson came out and said that he wants to finish what he started, right? It's unfinished business. I think that I think they're both more likely to leave with a Super Bowl. I think Ben Johnson, even though the same thing still does apply, I think he might be a little more risky if they win a Super Bowl. You can tell opposing coaches can't stand losing to Dan. I think that's the meathead perspective the media put on him. It's not like it's smart. You know what's funny is that being from Detroit, living in Detroit, I knew what they meant. I knew what he meant. Like, it instantly hit. It wasn't nobody from Detroit, or not even from Detroit. If you were a Lions fan, you already knew, like, yo, I know what he's talking about. It didn't. I didn't think. The only thing that I hate about the whole press conference is it was in COVID. Like, it was the year COVID hit, so everything was virtual. I would have loved to have some quality tape instead of that webcam stuff, man. I would love if we could have done that in person. Lose AG, hire Salah. I would love to see that. I would love to see that, man. What's up, Shift God? Hey, Shift God gets an honorary moderator tag, bro, because Shift God be everywhere. I just saw you. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I clicked on the Woodward Sports thing because it was like 2,000 people in there. I wanted to see what all the ruckus was about, and I saw you in there. Shift be everywhere representing, man. I think the Rams beating Vikings. I'm gonna tell you what. Listen, we are 5 days into the year, day 6, and I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I told y'all that this is the year of the business, and I am going to go really hard. As soon as the season is over, I'm going real hard into my business plan. I am so excited, man. This team, it's amazing what winning does, but also success as well. I am legitimately, I want to give Woodward Sports a run for their money, and I think that I can with the right people. I would love to get Jay from Let's Talk Lions to talk Lions. He's a new father. He lives quite a ways from me, but I would love, like, it's time to upgrade and elevate, and I'm really trying to do that. I got more goals than just sitting in my basement. I got mad goals to bring y'all quality content from people who love the city, who respect the city, and respect what we're trying to do. So it's going down, y'all. It's just hang in there, man. It's going down. But shout out to everybody. 1021 in the building. What's up? What's up? Back-to-back NFC North champs coming soon. My man, that's what's up. Lori, how you doing? It's been a little while since I've been on a live feed. I hope you're doing well, Lori. Can we put some Panthers content up? Can't wait to put some Hey, you've been doing your thing, Lauren. You've been doing your thing. Chiefs lost being me and still had a decent offense. Absolutely, they did. Sports Talk with Rob says, I want in. Hey, well, I'll let your boy, man. We only serious business, though. You should partner with somebody on the West Coast for the late night videos. Listen, I'm also going to start. I'm going to get the software that I use. I'm going to get it finally. It's not the software. It's the mixer that I use. And what's happening is the guest can hear themselves on a loop. Like, they can hear themselves. And it got something to do with the mixer that I use. So I'm going to fix that, get that fixed this offseason, and we're going to start bringing on guests, man, for sure. So, yeah. Is merch going to be a part of my 2025 plans? Yes. I would love to rock Basement GM shirt. Yes, it actually is, man. It actually is. I got a schedule plan from here till the season. My guy, I've been putting in work. Yeah, I see you, man. I see you. First-time watcher, really great content, my dog. Off topic, what kind of mic stand is that? Okay, so this is an Elgato low-profile microphone stand. I knew I had to get a low-profile because I knew what kind of shot that I wanted, so this is a low-profile microphone stand. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Green Bay got screwed without Watson. Oh, yeah, man. Green Bay is screwed without Watson, yeah. Christian Watson is probably done. They said like an ACL tear. It's going to be a hot mess. Trust your boy with the dono. The first super chat on the live stream. Thank you so much. I got to say this too. I see some things that I don't like. And I feel like that I'll probably never get this big, but I came across, like, sometimes I watch old I still watch some fans, some content creators, like not Lions Talk, but 49ers chat sports. And I don't like what they do, man. Like, they do these little they do these different things for money, and I'm like, yo, man, I don't like that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's going to donate, I want them to do it organically. That's why I've never used the go button. YouTube has a goal button. I can set the amount of super chats and stuff like that. And if we reach that goal, I'll do something. But I'm like, yo, that seems kind of pimpish to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Great one, Mike, with the dono. Appreciate you, man. Says, yes, merchandise coming in. I want a Young Punk shirt. Okay. So Basement GM, what I'm looking for too is there is an artist. Basement GM and then Young Punk. I could do a young punk with Dragonfly Jones. You know what I could do, Dragonfly Jones, man? If I can get somebody to do a Dragonfly Jones in a Detroit Lions like colors, that'd be crazy, bro. That'd be crazy because that's where that comes from. Young punk. Okay, shirts. And I'm branching out this year. So I need an assistant. I'm getting somebody. I need an intern. That's what I need. Intern. I need somebody to run the Instagram and possibly the Facebook as well. Yeah. Kiera, we're going to take a look at the post-game show. The post-game locker room celebration. It was crazy. It was crazy. So, no, I'm on Instagram. I've had people find me. So I created Lion Syndicate Instagram. I forgot even the tag. And people have been finding me and following me. It's no post. I didn't even post anything. Shout out to 1021 though. He told me you told me to get on Instagram. And I got on Instagram. And I'm already being seen. Excuse me. Wow. So you was right. Let's go, Derek. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Were you there yesterday, bro? If we win the Super Bowl, I'll be at the games. Wait a minute. So you're going? Wow. So the Jaguars general manager is still there. They're going to suck. If we lose OC or DC, first Monday night game is Lions versus whatever team they went to. D, are you from the Yak? I'm not sure what that is. I'm sorry. Tyreek Hill wouldn't be a good fit for a locker room. Nope. We're actually gonna talk about him. I'm gonna create a NFL segment. We're gonna talk about him. Telling you a Sports Syndicate Studios polo would be dope. Lauren, you just full of it, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I gotta write that down, man. Tyrion's going to be a lot in pain today. Oh, from Pontiac. No. I'm from Detroit. I grew up in Detroit. I grew up in West Chicago and Greenfield my entire life until I was in my 20s. Yeah, I don't know. Pontiac. I went to Pontiac. They was in the Silverdome. Yeah, no, I'm from the, yeah. Hey, 1021, you was right, bro. Because I haven't even posted, and people are finding, I'm getting like, you got a new follower. I'm like, yo, I haven't even posted over there. But shout out to Chef Geach, was on production value, crazy. I'm seeing all these, how like you want something, and you keep on kind of, you want to manifest it. You keep on finding reasons to do it. Like every time I drive past this little spot that's open, I'm like, yo, it's just calling my name. It's calling my name. I got to talk to the landlord though to see if he gonna do some work, because I can't be having no leaky drips on my equipment, bro. I'm just telling you. I grew up on Finkel Avenue in Greenfield. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, you was right down the street then. I think Tyreek Hill will end up in Carolina. Yeah, y'all be thinking I'm, I don't know. I don't know where y'all be thinking I'm from, man, because I guess I don't, I'm not like the Detroit, whatever you think Detroit is, but yeah, I'm 100% D. Steve in the building, what's up, bro? Says Derek, remember when Hutch went down and you were nervous about what would happen? I guess we did pretty good. Yeah, I was nervous, man. You lose your best defender. Lions have been struggling with sacks and getting to the quarterback, but we lost one game, and that's a testament to not only Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, but the players that we have, man. Like, I understand what the Detroit Lions are doing, but I said to myself, okay, that the Detroit Lions are going to have a massive opportunity. Like they traded for Zadarius Smith, and let's talk about Zadarius, man. So it's kind of funny because the Detroit Lions are going to have a lot of people that want to come to Detroit. They're going to have a lot of people. Now, I don't know how many free agents we have. I don't think we have, like some other teams. I've seen 41. The Colts. The Colts have 41 impending free agents. 41. That is almost half of a 90-man roster. 41. I don't think we have that many. But we're going to have some guys we got to make decisions on. And after those decisions are made, we might have to think outside the box. Now, I'm going to tell you what. Lions, whether they go all the way or not, this is going to be an appealing place to play. And I think that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes specifically, because that's going to be his time to shine in the offseason, he's going to have some people to choose from. He going to have some people that want to come here and want to make a situation. Now, I saw today that Deshaun Watson, his timetable is pushed back. He had a setback. Now, no matter what, we keeping it on the football field here, but he had a setback. So his timetable to come back for the 2025 season is already kind of is in question. So I'm got me thinking. Myles Garrett, and he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy after the game. He said, we going to have a conversation, or we going to talk about something. So I got my eye on I don't like talking about the offseason while in season, especially the season that the Lions are having in 2024. But Myles Garrett, I can't pass up. I cannot pass up. We might be able to get this brother for a steal. The Detroit Lions are going to have their pick of the litter of free agents, and it's crazy because the free agent class and the positions that we really need are not that big. I think that the priority is that we are going to re-sign Carlton Davis. I think we bring him back. The core guys, all of them are coming back. Maybe not Levi and I don't know. We'll see if Levi can what impact he made on the season as a whole, iffy. So we're going to have some draft picks from that 2020 season that we're going to have to really consider if they come back. But after we get past that and after we take care of our own guys, because we know that the Detroit Lions are going to do that, they're going to do that first. The people we got to lock up, to me, I think we extend Kirby Joseph, give him a decent safety deal. I think we extend Aiden Hutchinson. I'm really sad because he would have been the highest paid pass rusher in the NFL had he not got hurt. Dude was on pace for Defensive Player of the Year. That little 14 or 15 and a half sacks or whatever Trey Hendrickson got, it would have paled in comparison to what Aiden would probably have about 20 plus now. He would have no doubt, and he would have got a monster deal. After those things are taken care of, there are going to be a lot of players that are beating down the door to come to Detroit. We're not going to have room for all of them. We not. It's going to be a lot of free agents, a lot of non-free agents, a lot of people that want to get out of their situation. Tyreek Hill is not one of them. He will not be a Detroit Lion. I don't want him to be a Detroit Lion. I don't think that he's a diva or anything like that. I think the comments that he said after week 18, he was in his feelings like everyone is. This was the first time he didn't make the playoffs in his career. But I don't think that for several other reasons that is somebody that we would go after. However, there are people that are going to want to come here. And I think we're talking about hometown discounts. I think we're, in the sense that they say it, we're going to get people come to Detroit that you never would have thought would have come. It's funny. Myles Garrett was doing all that talking. Antonio Pierce right now is hanging on. Raiders might keep him. I don't know. If he goes, I think Myles could go as well. So it's going to be a very interesting offseason. Be ready, but don't be surprised if the Lions make a powerhouse move in the offseason, no matter what happens at the end of this season. So let me know your thoughts. What free agent or player under contract now would you like to see on the Detroit Lions next NFL season? Tyreek made the mistake of answering, but you know what, Coyote, it's kind of, I know media availability. You can decline. I think you get fined because Aleem McNeil didn't want to talk to the media after he was hurt. I think you could get fined. That's what Marshawn was talking about, like one of the things he was talking about. But I think, what do you expect? I would have done the same thing. Like, yeah, it's kind of a slap in the face to your brothers that you was just out there with. But, yeah, I don't know. Players want to jump ship. Well, you know what? Studios, that's on Tyreek. Tyreek left. He left the team, and they won 2 since he been gone. They won 2 since he been gone. That tells you how much they need him. Brad Holmes going to do his thing. Indeed, he is. Man, forget Hill. I'm not being faithful as anti-Campbell and Detroit Lions. If Calais gets released, he can absolutely see someone in the NFC picking him up against us, the Eagles, Commanders, Bucks, Vikings, maybe. No, Tyreek Hill is, Lori, he not coming here. He would have to get traded. He's not coming here. He's not. I just threw his name out there because of what he said yesterday. Can't let him go to Kansas City. Okay, when he will not go to Kansas City because of the seating. I think Kansas City is still, as a matter of fact, let's check that out right now. Jesus, wow. Man, 2 tickets to the divisional round without fees is 1,100. Is almost 1,200, bruh. Wow, I might have to be at the crib, bruh. You know what I might have to do? I might have to be at the crib for the divisional and affirm them joints for the NFC title, bruh. That's crazy. Wow, man. I forgot what I remember now. Whoa, I forgot what I was doing, bruh. That's crazy. Let me know too if anybody else gets fired while I'm on, because I want to. Oh, so listen, you guys are gonna see content on another channel. It's called Syndicate Sports Detroit XL. It's kind of a channel that is going to be like an outlet. When we get a lot of content creators, I'm gonna be putting content on both channels. So be ready if you see me a third time. It's gonna be content over there. All right, so let's pull up and see NFL, because I think the Chiefs are going to still be first as far as the standings and such. Man, I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be our coordinators next season. Good problems to have, indeed. Hey, listen, let's get through this year, though. You know what I'm saying? Any updates on Terrion Arnold? Not yet. I did see if before we went live, there was no press conference scheduled for Dan Campbell. If that comes out, I couldn't wait because my son has a doctor's appointment. If he does get on while we're on, but I got to take him to the doctor at 5:30. We probably got to go maybe about 4:45. So I didn't want to risk it. And, but how about the Titans having the number 1 pick? They came out of nowhere, really. Got the number 1 pick. All right, so let's do league and see what we're looking at here. The Lions. Oh, dang. Well, let's get right into it. Man, the Detroit Lions, I think for the first time this season, are last on the waiver priority order. What that means is they get the last claim priority. If somebody gets waived, which I don't even know if they can anymore, with the regular season officially ending week 18 and officially not over until March. It doesn't officially end until March. So I'm not sure what is the protocol for being waived from a team after that team's season officially ends, when there's no more games to be played, when the majority, there are 18 teams in the NFL cleaning out their lockers today, and the Miami Dolphins are one of them. Now, Calais Campbell has been, the Miami Dolphins said a month ago that if they did not make the playoffs, they would be willing to waive Calais Campbell, and they wind up going down to the last possible game, and the Detroit Lions have been bottom 3 in waiver priority order, but according to the league standings, the Detroit Lions are now dead last in the priority order, being already, man, that look good, don't it? Oh, that looks so good. Damn, that looks so good, bro. Look at the Z2. Bro, that's a Z2 asterisk. No, I'm sorry, that's an X2. I can't see. That's an X2. It looks so good. It looks so good, man. So that means that these are the playoff teams that they would have to go through: the Bucs, Seahawks, Steelers, Rams, Texans, Broncos, Chargers, Packers, Commanders, Ravens, Bills, Eagles, Vikings, Chiefs, and then our Detroit Lions. Now, here's what I'm hoping. I am hoping that there's some type of method. Now, Calais Campbell could threaten retirement. And I'm going to be real. You would never hear me say this if it was probably any other player. I'm not going to get behind a almost 40-year-old pass rusher. But when he's still making waves, I got to show him some love. I feel like if Calais Campbell came to Detroit, I think we win in the Super Bowl, like guaranteed. You know what happened? First seed. And if you Calais, right, just let's pretend we Calais Campbell. I'm saying to myself, okay, it's only 2 teams I'm going to. I'm going to the Chiefs. I'm going to Detroit. If I'm Calais, this is what I'm saying. If I'm Calais, I'm saying, listen, I'm 38 years old. My bones, they hurt. I need extra rest. I'm old, bruh. I'm still a dog, but I'm old. Let me see. First, who got the most likely chance to make the Super Bowl? Okay, the first seed. All right, you get one less game. You get home field advantage. Okay. Let me see. What else? Who play inside the dome? The Detroit Lions. Oh, yeah. I'm going to Detroit. I want to play in a comfy confines of Ford Field where it's climate control. I ain't playing in no frostbite weather in January in KC. I ain't going to Buffalo. Forget that. Sign me up. So I'm telling my agent, I'm telling Miami, listen, I want to be waived. See if you can get me to Detroit. If I'm my agent, I'm saying I'm being waived. Tell everybody, don't even bother unless you're the Detroit Lions. That's where I'm going. I'm just saying. So the Detroit Lions have a zero shot to get anybody. Ain't nobody going to let them come here. He's not going to let them come here. But I would threaten retirement. I mean, I would threaten retirement. And then all of a sudden, maybe I get a change of heart if I come, if I get all the way down to the Detroit Lions, or maybe next year, we'll see. But I'm telling, like I said in a previous segment, they're going to be beating down the door to come to Detroit. And Detroit Lions, for the first time, we're going to have the most turnover we've ever had. I'm telling you right now, the 2020 draft picks their contracts are over. Their contracts are over. The only people still on this team are the first round pick, Penei Sewell, and we wind up extending him, so he's already wrapped up, right? So it's going to be the biggest turnover that we've had, I think, of draft picks. So we're going to have some voids to fill. We've got Levi. I'm not saying Calais don't want to retire after this year. Maybe he does, or maybe he got one last ride in him. But if I'm Calais Campbell, I'm coming to Detroit. There's no doubt about it. And if he do come here, we win the Super Bowl. There's no doubt about it, because we need somebody to help take the pressure off DJ Reader, who was doing his thing. That interior line was doing his thing yesterday. We hit Sam Darnold, I saw 14 times, which is the most time he's been hit. We only got him down twice. The most times, according to some Vikings fans I was watching, he got hit the most he got hit all season yesterday. And that's with our makeshift defensive line. So let me know. Could Calais Campbell lion with the Detroit Lions? I say yes. I think all the power is in his Calais Campbell. I'm going to retire. You pick me up, I'm retiring. Gronk did it. If you trade me, I'm retiring, right? That's kind of a low move, but hey, you've been in the league 17 years. You want to win. I ain't mad at that. You got to do what you got to do. So Calais, man, we'll see you. We'll see you in a while in the championship game, my brother. We'll see you in Detroit. Mark my words, Bills take out KC. I don't think so at all. Broderick needs to go. See, Art, you had to ruin my day, bro. Okay, so Fresh and Fly says clown suit counter. All right, so it's like good news and bad news. James Houston is counted as an LB. With his sack, it's 28. Without his sack, it's 27. So, yeah, it's I did find the clown suit. It's blue. It's $72. Listen, I thought I was gonna be wearing it. I thought when when Zadarius Smith got that sack in like the first quarter, I was like, oh Lord. And every single time that Sam Darnold was getting chased down, I was like, okay, who's going to get the sack? And I was looking to see, okay, who's sacking him? And then when the other sack came, it was Mohammed. Now, Mohammed, we did look at that before. He's a DE on the Detroit Lions website. But James Houston was an LB, and his one sack is the difference. So, y'all was almost there. Kira says, can you at least wear the wig on your lives? Kira, I would have to order it. I'm sorry, I'm late. What's up, Aaron? D, did you hear about Justin Jefferson complaining about him being held the entire game and walking around ticked off? I don't care about no Justin Jefferson. How about that, Justin? How about that? Come on, bro. Where the grill at? You ain't gonna gritty now, young punk. You should be mad at your quarterback for overthrowing you. That's what you should be mad at. That's your man. Listen, you mad. You be in hell. How about the delay of games that wasn't even called? Stop playing, bro. Young punk. Listen, I like Justin Jefferson. When I watched receiver, I didn't really know Justin before that. But watching receiver, man, I was like, you know what? I like this dude. Young man, smart head on his shoulders, still living in a reasonable, price house. He ain't about like that. I love, the alter ego. So I got a lot of respect for Justin. But, Amik showed out. Yes, he did. If Hutch and CD plays in the playoffs, do their clock start this week? Gary, you just dropping questions today. Brother man, Boots, what up? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Because don't forget, the 21-day window is the max. So if the Detroit Lions are going to start people that can play in the Super Bowl, they will not. The Super Bowl is the 9th. Okay, here's what's going to happen. If Hutch and Barnes are going to play, you're going to hear after the divisional round. The Lions are going to make that call after the divisional round. You can count on it. Not too many can shut down one of the best wide receivers in the league. What's up, Wands? You think Terrion is good to go? I have no idea. He said he was playing. I'm like, okay, young blood, chill out. He was taken out on a cart. Now, I have sprained my ankle, severe, like a high, severe ankle sprain, and it feels like it's broke when you first do it. And then you got like mad swelling after that. But I don't know if Terrion's going to be over to go. I think he's being a little ahead of himself. I don't think he's going to be able to, depending on what happened, I don't think he's going to be able to go. Did you hear about Arnold's results? No, I did not. The x-rays were negative. That just simply means it wasn't broken. But, of course, an MRI would determine any ligament damage. Yes. Yep. Hutch is still limping pretty good unless he's on one of them stem cells. Super soldier serum. I can't see Hutch being 100%. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be 100%. I heard a stat today. If the Vikings lose to the Rams next Sunday, that the 4 losses the Vikings would have would all come from the Rams and Lions. That's crazy. Yep, 2 to the Lions and 2 to the Rams. What's up, Tail? There's a segment I want to do for the Detroit Lions Syndicate because the opponents are out, but I want to do that video on my other channel. The 2024 opponent. Dang, we've been on an hour, bro. Wow. I mean, time is flying past. That's outstanding. I mean, Lord, I truly do have a gift. I really do, because I can talk. That's crazy. I will say this. Lions are going to Arrowhead next year. Be there. If you don't go to any other game, be there. I will be. That is the first ticket I'm buying. Arrowhead is cold. Now, if we playing them at the end of the year, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying my butt at home. If we play them in September, October, November, I'll go. December, January, heck no. I'm not going. No, I'm not going. But I will be there. Also, we play the Rams. I will be there as well. Phone lines, it's the end of the season. Not here, Braylon. I don't have them up, man. Anzalone, but appreciate the dono, my friend. Anzalone was supposed to be on a snap count and only missed 1 play. That's crazy. Anzalone was a dog yesterday. It was so good to have. I remember when we signed him. As a matter of fact, listen, let's talk about it. A couple years ago, the Detroit Lions brought in a guy that they were familiar with, that Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn were familiar with, Alex Anzalone. He was like an afterthought. He was an afterthought. And this guy has made a name for himself in Detroit. Started, I think it was a 1-year deal, then kind of evolved into a multi-year contract. And it pleases me to say that Anzalone is that dude. I mean, missing him, the last game he played was November 17th. He missed 7 weeks, had a cast on his forearm, and dude was an absolute stud yesterday. He was the difference to me in this game. I mean, just from his leadership, his coverage, he's really the only coverage linebacker that we have that could have went step for step with TJ Hockenson, and he was on him yesterday. Now, it was a lot of overthrows by Sam Darnold, but Alex Anzalone was him yesterday. 7 weeks removed from a broken forearm. Came in there, didn't know if he was going to play. He didn't know Saturday. He said he didn't really know until Saturday if he was going to play. And he came out there and performed. Dude was everywhere yesterday. And it was good. I mean, I got a lot of respect for Alex Anzalone because he wasn't that big of a deal. Before coming to Detroit. I mean, he was just kind of floating around and just existing. Coming to Detroit, man, made a name for himself, made a difference. According to the chat, he played all but one snap in yesterday's game against the or I should say week 18, the game against the Minnesota Vikings. And he was a difference maker, getting that crowd hype. And I'm going to tell you what, when Alex Anzalone, he was last, and you could hear him say it on the press conference or on the postgame show, that because usually Hutchinson comes last. And I think what they've been doing is they've been, depending on who's hurt and who's come out the tunnel before, because when I've been there, I've seen Zadarius Smith come out, crowd was crazy. Anzalone, crowd was crazy. I've never seen what happened when Hutch came out. When Hutch came out, it was ridiculous. It was loud and booming. And I will say this, I feel really bad for Jack Campbell, because Jack Campbell gets probably one of the weakest kind of reactions from the crowd. But it was great to see Alex Anzalone back yesterday, and glad to see that he's back. Braylon says we need to appreciate Alex Anzalone more often. I think we do. Larry, appreciate you, my dude. Appreciate you. So I will give him his props, because he played yesterday and was definitely the difference maker in the game against the Minnesota Vikings, because I think that TJ Hawkinson could have been a difference. And isn't it great that TJ, so wait a minute, TJ Hawkinson has not beat the Lions. He has not beaten the Lions. Because he got traded in 2022 and he hasn't beaten the Lions. Because then the Vikings beat us, we traded him, we beat them, right? Then we beat them, we swept them last year, we swept them this year. Unreal. But Alex Anzalone, man, definitely that guy. It was great to have him back. Derek, who do you think we'll face in the divisional round? Yes, Kira, I got two more videos that I want to make. So you're 100% right. I just got to find the tweet that I bookmarked last night. Okay, you know what? All right, let's do this one too. You know, it's kind of hard to know who's a diehard Lions fan. Who's been a Lions fan when it wasn't cool to be a Lions fan? Who is that person? We know Jeff Daniels. Shout out to Jeff Daniels. Did a little thing yesterday for Sunday Night Football, and him and Peyton Manning did what they did a few years ago, and the Detroit Lions have been stellar ever since. And we've been hearing that more people, Ninja and Taylor Lautner, I think that's his name, and celebrities that are fans of the Detroit Lions. And I thought that this was so cool. I did not know this guy was a Detroit Lions fan. I would assume that he's a Detroit Lions fan, but y'all have got to see this, because this is crazy to me. I was rolling on the floor laughing when I saw this. And that is actor Dax Shepard. The Golden Globes were last night. And I said to myself, you know what? The NFL is super petty. They're going to do whatever it takes to get their money. And they're extremely petty. Hopefully that the NFL or the Golden Globes or whoever this is doesn't copyright me for this. But they're extremely petty. Game 272 is not on the menu. It's not on the schedule it's not on the schedule when the season begins. But everybody knows that the biggest game of the season is going to be flexed into that last primetime spot. Tirico and Chris Collinsworth are on standby. It seems like each of the networks gets at least one of those games. But here is Dax Shepard, man, at the Golden Globes yesterday. And there's Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford promoting Captain America 4 releases in about 5 weeks. But this got to be his wife recording this. Dax Shepard, first of all, look at the incognito, bro. Watching the Lions on the cell phone early in the second quarter. This was outstanding, bro. I was rolling, but I'm like, yo, if I'm him, I'm like, why did you post this? Because now I'm gonna be clowned by my fellow actors. But this is fantastic. The dude is like, forget the Golden Globes. I'm trying to watch the Lions. I did not know he was a Lions fan, but I'm sure that we'll get a lot of more. I think, you know what? I might have seen him somewhere else before, talking about the Detroit Lions, but man, that was outstanding to me. I got a nice little laugh off of that, and that is Dax Shepard, man, watching the Lions from the Golden Globes, man. That was fantastic, bro. I would have done the same thing. Listen, I know a lot of us we've been places and places that we know we probably should be paying more attention. But if the Lions playing, man, we watching it. We watching. Dude at the GOAT, I don't know if he was nominated or what for anything, but my man is like, yo, I'm watching the Lions. That's right. He didn't care. He didn't care at all what Mackey or Ford was talking about, man. That was fantastic. But I got a nice little kick out of that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Darren in the building. What's up, Darren? What's up, Victoria? Says, I'm 44. Victoria, are you a woman, first of all? Says, I'm 44 and watching Detroit Lions since I was 4. 40 years. Them award shows be boring. Hey, did you see the road schedule? Yes, Andrew. I saw it, and I will be talking about it on Lions Syndicate directly after this. 2 more segments that I want to make. One is the post-game celebration, which was fantastic. Let me pull it up because I got it. I got it saved right here. Let me go back out here. So, yeah, just letting you guys know, if you see me multiple places on Syndicate Sports Detroit XL, it is because I'm trying to – that channel was always meant to be a runoff of when content, so that I would have excessive content on one channel. Excessive meaning like just 6-7 videos. Wow. The Detroit Lions, the only teams in NFL history to produce a season with at least 550 points scored and a plus 220 point differential. The 2012 Patriots, the 2007 Patriots, the 1998 Vikings, and the 2024 Detroit Lions. That means we win in the Super Bowl. That's what that means, y'all. We win in the Super Bowl, especially if we get just 1 or 2 more pieces on defense, especially depending on what happened with Terry Arnold. But let me pull it up, and we'll definitely get into it. I had to switch screens and pull it up over here. All right, let's pull this up. Bought my Lions gear into work today. Then after work, went straight to Walmart for the biggest smile. Hey, you should have picked up some stuff from Walmart, bro. B Rabbit doesn't care about what Mackey has to say either. That's funny. A lot of people forget that Anthony Mackey was Papa Doc in 8 Mile. How many words did Papa Doc speak in 8 Mile? He probably spoke, if you take away his rap, it probably was less than 50 words, bro. He didn't say nothing in 8 Mile. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Listen, the Detroit Lions are back-to-back NFC North champions. We hadn't won in 20-something years. We came close a few years with Stafford, but we hadn't won. And now, back-to-back. And it took every last game of the NFL season. And it was a lot on the line in Week 18. You're talking about first seed, back-to-back, NFC North, home field advantage, and the Lions didn't disappoint. And I got to shout out to the crowd, bro. The crowd was a difference yesterday. And, man, love my earplugs because it doesn't seem that loud to me because I got the earplugs in, but meaning still it's loud, but it seems, I know it could be louder, but I'm like, wait a minute, I have earplugs in. But the Detroit Lions didn't disappoint. I mean, the score wasn't as close as the game was closer than the score. No, it wasn't. Vikings couldn't do anything. Lions did. Their offense did. Their defense did. We won the game by 22 points. The score should have been exactly the way it was. We are the better team, and we showed it last night. But the locker room celebration, man, was outstanding. The Detroit Lions with Dan Campbell, the excitement of having this game, having the entire season, so much riding on this last game, and my man came out and didn't disappoint. But here is the locker room celebration, and it's funny because 1 year ago, we did it almost 2 weeks earlier. We were in Minnesota. We did it with the Vikings. I was there. It was a great experience. I was there both times we clinched the North. Oh, by the way, my record is impeccable. I'm like 12 or 13-2 in games I attend. And I was thinking that, yes, I was like, yo, we win in the next 2, man. We going all the way. And there's an off chance I go to the Super Bowl. So you know what that means. But here is the press conference. I'm sorry, the locker room celebration. Dan Campbell and our boys celebrating.
Like you remember who the you are. Yeah, that was awesome. That's a hell of a win, guys. All I can think about is, man, we've been forced in this stuff now. This has been 3 years in the making. Some of it 4. Like, that just doesn't happen. You got to work through it, grind through it, and go through the downs to get to the ups of where we're at. That was unbelievable, man. Division winners, back-to-back seasons, and the #1 seed. That was a total team effort. I got 3 game balls. On offense, 23 carries, 139 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 catches for 31 yards, 1 touchdown. Broke the franchise record for touchdowns in the season. Jaw Gibbs.
Appreciate y'all, boys. Couldn't do without y'all. Love y'all. Let's keep it going.
On defense, 5 total tackles. All right. 1 pass defended, only gave 18, had 3 catches. Mr. Amik Robinson.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all gave me a chance to showcase what I could do when they tried to bury me, dog. But they can't bury what come from the dirt. Hey, let's get that big one, man. Let's keep on working, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
I got 1 more on defense. 7 total tackles. 1's quarterback hit, 1 pass defense. Welcome back, Alex Anzalone.
Hey, every time you get this is a team award, but defense, I'm proud of you today, man. I'm proud of the defense today. Just for y'all. Appreciate you. Love you.
It's a hell of a win, man. Back-to-back seat. What we've done is not easy. It's not easy. But I'm telling you what, man, we've said it all along. We got a special group, man. And this has been coming a long time. That's a lot of hard work. And we are the #1 seed with a bye, gentlemen. Great job.
Hey, be proud of this. This is just step 1. This is just step 1. We're on it bigger and better now. Proud of you guys. Love you all. 1 on 3, 1 on 3. Put that jello
on. Hey, fantastic. You know what I see in our locker room, and I think that other people are gonna see this too, is we got a family, man. We do. We are like the Fast and the Furious, and like that's what we are. We are all about family, bruh. That's what this is. Everyone says the same thing, whether you've been here for 4 years or you've been here for 4 months. Like Amik Robinson, you know what I'm saying? He been playing for the Detroit Lions in regular season games for 4 months. They all say the same thing. That is going to attract free agents, people who not just want to win, but want to feel like something. Because we've seen organizations and the way they treat their players and what it's like to play. Look at the locker rooms around the NFL. I mean, even teams that's winning. Look at what's happening in New York. It is a disaster over there. Tyreek Hill trying to bounce, right? I just saw that the Raiders are keeping Antonio Pierce. I don't know. He got bailed out by not having a quarterback. But the Detroit Lions, man, you can see the same thing. And it's like that win or lose. I love and I think outside of Dan Campbell, I love Jared Goff. He was on the post-game show for the NBC yesterday, and he got choked up. He got choked up when talking about Dan Campbell. Dude was thrown away. He was thrown in the trash like he was nothing. And you know what Jared Goff is now? One of the best quarterbacks against the blitz. He also does not turn the ball over nearly what he did coming to Detroit. So everybody wants to give Sean McVay all this credit that he did all this stuff, but maybe we should give some to Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, Mark Brunell were able to clean up some of Jared Goff's mistakes. He does not lead the league in turnovers. He doesn't fumble nearly as much, and he is stellar passing the football. In my opinion, one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. That's his superpower is his accuracy. Jared Goff, the Detroit Lions, what a team. What a team. And I'm not going to say no matter what happens this season, blah, blah, blah. It's time to finish the job, fellas. No, there's nothing. Finish the job. Don't let this season be in vain, because right now it's great, but they feel the same way. All of this is great. #1 seed, all of that. And guess what? With the #1 seed, we still need to make a Super Bowl. If we don't make a Super Bowl, we make it to the NFC title, that's a lateral move. That's a lateral move. That's the way I don't look at this, the season best record. We've seen the Ravens get bounced out in the NFC, the AFC championship. All that stuff means nothing. And they know this, right? It's a celebration for right now, but it's back to work. But Amik Robinson, we got to put that on the shirt. Yes, it was a bar last night. He said, you can't bury what comes from the dirt, meaning, listen, I'm already here. I'm already here. I done came out the dirt. You can't bury what come from the dirt. Shout out. 2 of the best bars. I deserve every blessing I receive. I'm from the dirt, and you can't bury what comes from the dirt. That's fantastic. Fantastic, man. What a time to be a Detroit Lions fan. INT is the one thing we got to clean up. But I mean, go back and watch the INT. The second one, I'm just like, I didn't understand that. But the first one was like literally, it was a tip pass and a great play by whoever number 0 is for the Vikings. The dude back was kind of partially turned, and he just gets a gift basket in his lap. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't put that stuff on Jared Goff. I could do that. James said I shed a tear on Amik Robinson's speech. And you know what I love about the Detroit Lions, man, is they, they show like these are some men that shed tears, bro. And it ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like I don't understand why, men can't cry. It's not masculine if you cry. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, bro. It's been numerous times. Have you ever cried so you don't swing on somebody? Have you ever been so mad that you cry? I mean, why do you think it's there? Why do you think it's there, bro? It's emotion, and they can't even explain why people cry. Like scientists don't even know why you cry. Like what happens? What makes you cry? And it's like, like they know your emotion, but the actual process of crying, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But it's also crazy that, I think about what the different features that crying is, right? Me and my son got this fear of losing our eyeballs, right? So when you get a piece, like you get an eyelash, which is the worst, an eyelash in your eye, especially when it goes to the top or the bottom, like you can feel it stabbing you in the eye. What does your eye like immediately do? It starts to water up so you can get that mug out, right? So crying is something that we have, and it's an awesome thing. I have no problem with crying. I've always been a big advocate of that. Not like just cry for no reason, but it's something. I don't think it means that you're weak in any facet. I think sometimes even the strongest men cry. I know I've cried a lot, so I don't punch somebody in the face, but that's just me. That's just me. I'm not, I'm not into punching people in the face, but I'm just saying. All right, so it was one more thing that I wanted to show y'all that I thought was so cool, man, and it was a big it was so uplifting for me because we've been talking about this guy for a while. But hold on, I'll bring it in a second. Let me go back here, and then this will be the last segment of the day. But yeah, so I'm trying to bring in more content creators and stuff like that this offseason. So be ready, man. Thank you for y'all support. Who do you think will get back from the injury? Okay, somebody asked me about how I think the seeding and stuff is going to go. Like, so tune in for Lions Syndicate. I'm going to make that video directly after this video, or this live stream. So be ready for that. Okay. Pause. Nope. Pause. Okay. All right. So it has been quite a while since Aiden Hutchinson was injured. He was injured the middle of October. It was October 13th to be exact. So we are at 2 months and 3 weeks. And the Detroit Lions are hoping to get him back. We have 3 roster spots remaining to come up, or I should say 3 elevations from injured reserve. And I think that the Detroit Lions are going to save those for Derek Barnes, potentially, Ennis Rakestraw, who I don't think was in the season-ending injury, and for Aiden Hutchinson. And Hutch, we've seen him. We've seen the interviews. We've seen walking in the tanks. We've seen running in the tanks. We've seen him in the suites at Ford Field. And now we are hoping that he can come back. Now, I couldn't really see him from where I was at and get a good kind of idea of whether he was, how much he was limping. Was it a lot? Was it gingerly? Was it what it was? But he was back on the sideline for what I think was the first time since the injury. We've seen him in the suite. This time, he was in Lions gear. Take a look at some video that I took from Ford Field yesterday. And I was waiting on this moment, but I thought it was going to be in the suite. This is Hutch on the sideline. I just happened to be recording the play that was about to happen. And here's what I saw. Locked in. Hutch back on the sideline, locked in. And whenever they put him on camera, the crowd goes crazy. He is definitely the heart and soul of this Detroit Lions defensive team. He really is. And I think that when the offense, you can name any number of people, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, St. Brown, you can name Penei Sewell. But Aiden Hutchinson is the heart and soul of this defense. He really is. So the Detroit Lions, man, might have a chance to get Hutch back. I'm not sure if they will, but I know that he's working extremely hard to make sure that he's back. And it was great to see him on the sideline. And you know what else I saw yesterday? You know what? I think I have it. Nope, I didn't upload it. But Zadarius Smith, when they interviewed Zadarius Smith, and he was talking about how good it was to be in Detroit and how we've made him feel as a fan base from the moment he walked in. And I was like, something I saw on the sideline is there's no selfish in this team. There's no David Montgomery was also on the sideline yesterday. Well, I don't think he was, because he might have been, but I know I saw him in the locker room. He might have been, because they might have cut to him while he was in the stadium. But there's no I on this team. There's no selfishness on this team. Like, this team is selfless. We are truly a team that plays for each other. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, there's like a brotherly rivalry of trying to make each other better. I don't know if y'all have seen Sonic 3, but Sonic 3 is a must-see movie, whether you got kids or not. But one of the things about Sonic is team. Knuckles was the adversary in Sonic 2. In Sonic 3, he's part of a team. He's part of, I'm not going to, okay, so minimal spoiler. When the movie first started off, they called Tails and Knuckles Team Sonic. And it was different by the time the movie was over. And the Detroit Lions, what I saw was when Zadarius Smith, he's trying to, he had a bonus on the line. He got one sack. He was trying to get that second one. And he was this close to getting it. Like, he was working. You could see that something was driving that brother. Like, he was just powered up in a time that he probably should have been tired, but he was powered up. And when he didn't quite get the sacks, he comes off the sideline. Everybody knows that he almost had it. And one of the first people there to congratulate him and give him a boost of morale, even though he was smiling, was Aiden Hutchinson. And they embraced on the sideline. And I was like, you know what? This team is not about me. It's about we. And that will be something that is going to be enough to take us to the Super Bowl. I truly believe that. So Hutch on the sideline, not sure if he can go. Super Bowl is exactly, 33 days away. So we'll see. But what I would like to see the Lions do is, when the Detroit Lions make the NFC title game in 3 weeks, as a matter of fact, I think it's 3 weeks from yesterday. When they make it, I would love to see that he's at least dressed up and runs out there, because that home field crowd will go crazy, and it might be enough to give the defense a boost to get through that game. Like, for real. So anyway, Hutch on the sideline. Let me know what you think. Listen, y'all, it's been a great show. I appreciate it. I have been going for an hour and 18 minutes. This show is going to evolve in the 2025 offseason, from guest to segments, because now that the season has come to a close, and specifically when the Lions season comes to a close, I'll have more time to dedicate to that offseason grind of stepping up, because you usually don't have a time to do it in the season because there's always something coming out, but it'll slow down after the Super Bowl is over. And yeah, we'll do more this season. So I appreciate everybody. Don't forget, you will see my
Face again, I'm sure.
I might have to, this button, man, on the soundboard I don't know why he does that. So my soundboard has 8 buttons. It has 8, but my other one didn't do this. It have 8 buttons, and the second one on the right, second one from the top, it sticks. So if I'm touching it, sometimes even when I don't, it like has a mind of its own. So if I switch sound pads, it'll activate. And it's so I mostly leave that one blank, but that particular sound I don't want to delete, because if I delete it, then I don't know if I can get it back. But anyway, enjoy Victory Monday. Okay. Enjoy Victory Monday. This is more than a Victory Monday. This is a first seed Monday. Like, oh, and just I wanted to put this out there as well, because for those of you who watch Lion Syndicate, which is probably most of you, we are going to do, the plan is to do, I'm gonna call it first seed and chill, or bye week and chill, whichever one. What sounds better, first seed and chill or bye week and chill? I'm gonna call it one of those. And we're going to probably stream all the playoff games on Lion Syndicate. Which one y'all like better? Bye week and chill, yeah. I actually just came up with that one. Okay. Bye week and chill. Okay, cool. Yeah. We're going to do all of the playoff games because the Detroit Lions are going to play seeds 1 through 7. I'm sorry, 4 through 7. They're going to play one of those seeds. If all of the home teams win, the Detroit Lions will play the LA Rams in the second round. But you'll hear what I have to say on Lion Syndicate. So anyway, y'all, I appreciate you. Thank you for helping me grow this channel, and we're going to become something big. I promise you that. My goal is to put us on the map the right way. And I want to use other YouTubers, other people who want to jump, meaning I want to use other creators, not use them as take advantage of them, but help them to do something they might want to do. So anyway, I will catch y'all on Wednesday. Enjoy Victory Monday. And what are we going to do it ourselves this week? Just sit back and watch everybody else, I guess. All right, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Go Lions, man. Congratulations on the first seed.
Hello, hello, good morning. Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, everything ain't pretty, but it's love though. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.